Thinking about buying a new home? Before you make any decisions, there are 7 crucial things that you must absolutely look at so that you can avoid the pitfalls that are costly. Everything from hidden defects to neighborhood pitfalls. We got you covered with expert tips and the insider knowledge. Hey guys, I'm Jerry Pincus, your real estate expert, and I'm here to help you avoid those pitfalls that are costly. So some of the main things that you must look out for when you're buying a house. Number 1, fit and finish. Now, one of the most important things to check out is the quality of stuff that's used in building a house. And the heart of the home lies in the details. And how a house is built and the quality of materials that are used in construction is super important. The flooring, the countertops, the cabinets are the primary indicators that a house is well built by professionals or it's not. Now, when you first walk into a house for inspection, pay close attention to these elements. Take a look at them and ask the question, do these materials look cheap or low quality? You want to look for signs of wear and tear, such as scratches on the flooring or chipped countertops. A well-built home with high quality materials is more likely to appreciate in value over time. Think of it like this. The quality of these things are kind of like clothes you wear, and you want them to look good and last a long time, right? And it's the same with a house. So if the floors are cheap and scratchy or the countertops are cracked, it's the same as wearing ripped jeans to a fancy dinner. It just doesn't look right. So if you're going to look around, pay close attention to the details. Check out the floors. Are they good or do they feel flimsy? Take a look at the countertops. Do they look strong and shiny or do they have some chips or do they look kind of flimsy? Do the cabinets open and close smoothly? Are they wobbly? Do they feel constructed well? Or do they feel cheap and wobbly and like they're going to fall apart, right? These are the things that you need to look at because the long term of that house depends on it. These are the little things that can make a huge difference on how you actually feel about the home too. Number 2, the layout of the house. Now, as a homeowner, you want rooms to feel connected. That's where the layout comes in. So if you're looking at a house, pay close attention to how the rooms actually flow together. Can you easily go from one living room to the kitchen? Or does the bedroom feel quiet and private? Now try to picture your furniture in the rooms. Will your couch fit in that living room? Will your dining room table fit in that kitchen? These are important questions that you're going to have to go through when you're inspecting a house. Number 3, natural light. Now think about how big the rooms are and where the windows are located. And you want that natural light because you don't want a bedroom that's too small for your bed and then it gets really dark. Natural light makes a huge difference on how the house feels. It's not just how it looks, but how it feels. And it can actually make a small space feel even bigger and brighter if you have natural light. And if you don't, it'll make it feel even more closed in. And that's the vibe of the house. So pay close attention to where the windows are and how much light comes in because you want rooms that are bright and airy, especially in the living areas and the kitchens. But you also don't want too much light coming in like in the bedrooms. You do have to go to sleep, right? Number 4, storage. Now when you're looking at a house, check out all the spaces that you can store your stuff. The closets are obvious, but other than that, look for built-in shelves and additional storage spaces under the stairs or even in the attic. Now you want to make sure that you have enough room for all your clothes, your dishes, and your random stuff so you can pack it away. Otherwise you're going to be renting space to put your stuff, right? So think about how much stuff you actually have. Are you a big collector? Do you need more storage? Or are you a minimalist and you may not need as much? So it's always good to have extra space. And believe me, you can never have enough extra space in closet space. Number 5, foundation and the structure. Now this is one of the crucial things that you should be checking first. A house with foundational issues, it's not going to be standing very long if you have such issues because it'll cost you a lot of money down the road to get those things repaired correctly. And that's why it's super important to check out any cracks or damage in the foundation. Now the best way to do this is with a professional home inspection. And before that, when you visit the house, you should look to see if there's any signs of these troubles. Signs like cracks in the walls or floors or an uneven feel or doors that don't close properly. These could be signs of a bigger problem. So also pay attention to the overall structure of the house. Are the walls straight? Does the roof look solid? Do these things might seem obvious, but they're just as important. And when you finalize everything else, you want a professional house inspection to make sure everything is done the right way. So a house with a good foundation and a strong structure will last years to come. Number 6, the roof and the siding. Now, these repairs can be costly. So if there's any problems with the roof or siding, it's always better to get these problems solved before you move into that house. So you want to look for any signs of damage like these missing shingles or broken tiles or some weird stains somewhere. If you see these, it might mean big trouble. So also check the gutters. If there's drains on your roof, make sure they're clean and not clogged up because that could mean a backup of water into the house. And also look at the siding. It's like the skin of your house. So you want to check for any cracks or holes or peeling paint. And if you see any problems, this could mean water damage or other issues down the road internally even in the house. Number 7 is the curb appeal. Now, the first thing people see when they go up to a house is what the house looks like. It's a good impression or a bad impression. That's known as curb appeal, and it basically means if the house looks good from the street, you got good curb appeal. You also want to step back and take a look at that whole picture, right? Slow down. Does the house look clean and inviting? Or are there any obvious problems? Just stand still and listen. Hear and listen around the neighborhood. Just see what's going on. A house with good curb appeal makes people want to see more, and you can actually really care about what others are going to think about your house when they're visiting, and probably ensure your curb appeal is good. Additional factors that you really want to consider. Number 1 is, do you have a home inspection before you finalize the deal for buying your house? If you do, that professional home inspection means hiring a professional who's going to look at everything from the roof to the basement, and they're going to check for any hidden problems, and they're working for you in your best interest. And why is this important? Because you don't want to move into a house, then have these surprises with something that goes wrong, like a leaky roof or bad wiring. Now, you won't be able to identify these problems during just a regular walkthrough inspection, plus these problems are super expensive to fix. So if you get a home inspection, make sure you get a good one. Just don't get anybody out of the phone book. You want to make sure that they're working for you in your best interest. In this way, you can be extra sure that the inspector is not working for the home seller, but actually working for you, the home buyer. And number 2, the neighborhood matters. Now, you want to be in a place that you can actually enjoy. Now, you want to think about it, peace and quiet, right? You want to go there every single day. You want to know where the restaurants are, the shops, maybe schools are nearby. You want to know where other stuff is located. Is it in walking distance, or do you have to drive a long distance? So figure all those things out. Make sure you know where the highways are or where they're not. Those are the things that you need to know about. And also, safety is super important. So do you feel safe in the neighborhood, both day and night? You want to talk to people who live there. You can even check online reviews of that area. Now remember, your neighborhood is more than just your house or your address. It's where you're going to spend a lot of your time. And these are some things to look out for when you're buying a new home. So if you have any other ideas, put it in the comments below and let others know what you're thinking. And if you watch this video here to the end, just make sure you like it and share it with family and friends or somebody you know who can use it. Make sure you get help from a real estate expert or someone who knows the market like the back of their hand. That way you're going to know all the pros and the cons. I'm Jerry with Jerry Pincus Real Estate Experts. My real estate team is here to help you find your hidden gem and avoid those pitfalls that are costly. So if you're thinking about selling a house in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or anywhere in the United States, pick up the phone and give us a call, 843-839-9870. Our team has helped over 2,000 people successfully move in the last 20 years. And we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I just want to make sure you get the hidden gem, not the dog. Till next time, stay happy, stay educated, and I'll talk to you soon.